Good day, my name is Ravindra Sitaram, and I'm here to read an excerpt from the book titled Eat, Pray, Love. The front cover looks like this, and the book is written by Elizabeth Gilbert. The excerpt I will be reading for you is chapter number 44. Among the many jobs that Richard from Texas has held in his life, and I know I'm leaving a lot of them out, are oilfield worker, 18-wheeler truck driver, the first authorized dealer of Birkenstocks in the Dakotas, sack shaker in a Midwestern landfill, highway construction worker, used gas salesman, soldier in Vietnam, commodities broker, that commodity generally being Mexican narcotics, junkie and alcoholic, if you can call this a profession, then reformed junkie and alcoholic, a much more respectable profession, hippie farmer on a commune, radio voiceover announcer, and finally, successful dealer in high-end medical equipment. Until his marriage fell apart and he gave the whole business to his ex. Now he renovates old houses in Austin. Never did much have a career path, he says. Never could do anything but the hustle. Richard from Texas is not a guy who worries about a lot of stuff. I wouldn't call him a neurotic person, no sir. But I am a bit of a neurotic, and that's why I've come to adore him. Richard's presence at his ashram becomes my great and amusing sense of security. His giant ambling confidence hushes down all my inherent nervousness and reminds me that everything really is going to be okay. And if not okay, then at least comic. Remember the cartoon Rooster, Foghorn, Leghorn? Well, Richard is kind of like that, and I become his chatty little sidekick, the chicken hawk. In Richard's own words, me and Go-Shoes will be laughing the whole damn time. Go-Shoes, that's a nickname Richard has given me. He bestowed it upon me the first night we met, when he noticed how much I could eat. I tried to defend myself. I was purposely eating with discipline and intention, but the name stuck. Maybe Richard from Texas doesn't seem like a typical yogi, though my time in India has coerced me against studying what a typical yogi is. Richard came to this yoga through an ex-girlfriend, who drove him up from Texas to the ashram in New York to hear the guru speak. Richard says, I thought the ashram was the weirdest thing I ever saw, and I was wondering where the room was where you would have to give all your money and turn over the deed to your house and car, but that never did happen. After that experience, which was about 10 years ago, Richard found himself praying all the time. His prayer was always the same. He kept begging God, please, please, please open my heart. That was all he wanted, an open heart. And he would always finish a prayer for an open heart by asking God, and please send me a sign that the event has occurred. Now he says, recollecting with time, be careful what you pray for, Go-Shoes, because you just might get it. After a few months of praying constantly for an open heart, what do you think Richard got? That's right, emergency open heart surgery. His chest was literally cracked open. His ribs cleaved away from each other to allow some daylight to finally reach into his heart. As though God was saying, how's that for a sign? So now Richard is always cautious with his prayers, he tells me. Whenever I pray for anything these days, I always wrap up by saying, oh, and God, please be gentle with me, okay? What should I do about my meditation practice? I asked Richard one day, as he's watching me scrub the temple floors. He's lucky. He works in the kitchen, doesn't even have to show up there until an hour before dinner. But he likes watching me scrub the temple floors. He thinks it's funny. Why do you have to do anything about it, Go-Shoes? Because it stinks. Says who? I can't get my mind to sit still. Remember, the Guru teaches us, if you sit down with a pure intention to meditate, whatever happens next is none of your business. So why are you judging your experience? Because what is happening in my meditations cannot be the point of this yoga. Go-Shoes, baby, you got no idea what's happening in there. I never see visions. I never have transcendent experiences. You want to see pretty colors? Or do you want to know the truth about yourself? What's your intention? All I seem to do is argue with myself when I try to meditate. That's just your ego, trying to make sure it stays in charge. This is what your ego does. It keeps you feeling separate, keeps you with a sense of duality, tries to convince you that you're flawed and broken and alone instead of whole. But how does that serve me? It doesn't serve you. Your ego's job isn't to serve you. Its only job is to keep itself in power. And right now, your ego is scared to death because it's about to get downsized. You keep up a spiritual part, baby, and that bad boy nails are numbered. Pretty soon your ego will be out of work and your heart will be making all the decisions. So your ego's fighting for its life, playing with your mind, trying to assert its authority, trying to keep you cornered off in the hole and pen away from the rest of the universe. Don't listen to it. How do you not listen to it? Ever try to take a toy away from a toddler? They don't like that now, do they? They start kicking and screaming. The best way to take away a toy from a toddler is to distract the kid. Give him something else to play with. Divert his attention. Instead of trying to forcefully take thoughts out of your mind, give your mind something better to play with, something healthier. Like what? Like love groceries. Like pure divine love. I'd like to thank you all for listening for this excerpt. If you have read this book, I hope this was a memorable experience. And if you did read it, I hope that it encouraged you to read the entire book. Thank you all for your time.